and welcome. Okay, we also have Kathy. It is great to see you guys. And let me check here. Okay, so we're gonna just pull out our recognitions in just a second, but can you guys please let me know if you remember our topic, if you remember what we were speaking about last week. It was a really interesting topic about edification of events and edification of different things. And I think that it is important that we know that this can build our business. This can build, not only our business, but this can build, our careers. It could build many different things. So today, we're gonna finish that topic. We left on some points, but if you remember anything that comes to your mind, type it here in the chat, and then we're going to make sure to mention this to you. So, okay. So if you remember anything that you think is important, hi, Andrea, Clara, hello, everybody. Hi, Maria. You want me to add you to translations?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes, please.
All right. So let me add you to the interpretations. By the way, we're going to be having, okay. We're going to be having our event tomorrow. It's going to be really good. It's going to be, okay, so I added you now. We also have Renata from Serbia. Alrighty, so perfect. Let me know if you hear me properly. Just say Igen.
Igen.
All right, thank you. So, okay, let's go ahead and move forward. So what do you remember from last week? What do you remember from what we spoke about, making sure that people feel valued and appreciated and people feel visible and things like that? So just what is that you remember from last week? We spoke about edification and raising leaders to build business, and this is the power of edification. And I will pick up where we left on, and which we spoke about the edification triangle, and I'm gonna just go back and just revisit this a bit, but we will go to the other points. I think that it is just clear to see that edification can change your business completely. It can change the way that you do the things, around your team. And also, if you don't have a team, if this is the first time that you're hearing, about any type of training, edification can build you an income. It can build you, success. It can build your career. It can build actually your uh, personal relationships, if you want to call it that way, because whenever you edify people and you're on the side of people, you will always have people not only knowing that you appreciate them, but also performing at their best level. So that could be, from your kids, it could be from your partner, spouse, whatever, or it could be, at your workplace, because obviously some of you have, your job. And I know for a fact that, some of these things are very important for people. Whenever they feel appreciated, they will do more. So, all right, so we can have more people joining. Perfect. Today we're gonna just go over the recognitions, and then we will, let me see. Perfect. And then we will go to our topic. So, first of all, we have our top enrollers, and I want to bring them out. Let me see. And when you are seeing this on the screen, please let me know that you're seeing it with a number 5 in the chat if you're seeing it. All right. Yes, yes. Okay, okie doke. So what we're gonna do is all right, thank you so much for confirming that you're seeing this. Thank you, Maria. All right. So we have Drago from Croatia with 5 personal customers with 492 business volume. We have Dafina from Montenegro with 4 personal customers with 325 business volume. We have Adnan, I'm sorry, and my apologies if I did not pronounce it well, from Macedonia with 3 personal customers with 230 business volume. We also have Ramsilla, we have Umu, we have Ramsilla from Kosovo with 2 customers, Umu from Montenegro with 2 customers, Andrea Yellen. Andrea, tell me if this is correct. Is Andrea or Andreika? Please let me know here in the chat. We have you here. It's I want to make sure that I do pronounce your name properly. She's from Slovenia with 2 personal customers. We have Asra Retsovic from Serbia with 2 personal customers. We have Nisara Muric from Montenegro with 2 personal customers. Sanja Rebusa from Croatia with 1 customer. And then we have Jamila Retsovic from Serbia with 1 customer. Andrea, okay. So I think that you need to go to your profile and make sure that this K is not there. I don't know why is there. Maybe it's a mistake, but congratulations, Andrea. Okay, and everybody else. We're gonna go then to the next recognitions. We do have, let me see. Alrighty, we have Umu Hafsa from Montenegro. From participant to 1-star partner, we have Ivko from Croatia. From 2-star partner to 3-star partner, we have also Ramsilla from Kosovo, from 2-star partner to 3-star partner. So congratulations, everybody. And that's incredible that everybody is having, rank advancing, and they're here and there doing great things, and getting customers. It's just exciting. So before I go further, I want to remind you, just type here in the chat the number 1 if you have registered for the event tomorrow. Type number 1. I want to tell you one thing if you did not know already. There is, thank you. Thank you, Maria. Alitza, who else? I also saw Andrea register. Kathy, Renata, who else has registered? Let's see. All right. Everybody, Kathleen, Kathy Balati, Ilona. Perfect. I also saw you, Alexander, register. Yes, we have mostly everybody here. So it is important to tell you this. Whenever you, and we're going to talk about edification, whenever you edify events is amazing, but you can edify events with this. We, last week, we had our annual giveaway, and our annual giveaway was really good. It was we had a very good time. We promoted different things. We got a lot of prizes, but we had a surprise. And going forward, I'm not guarantee that every single call we do, we will do it. But for this next call, we will. We are going to actually get 50 loyalty points for those who are customers or partners in the call. If you have customers that come to the call tomorrow, they are going to be able to have 50 loyalty points if you come, if they're present throughout the call, because we also have this thing where Zoom is really cool, because you have Zoom, and if people come and then they just have their computer there, and they log in with the same email that they use to have their account with NH Global, they're gonna be able to be counted as one of those people who are actually going to receive that. That was a surprise for last week. So I think that you're gonna get the same surprise. So we're gonna see. We're gonna also have a giveaway. So you should also use that as a way to promote and edify your the event. So with that said, now you can go to your customers or your partners and say you need to be in the meeting. You need to be present to also, win prizes. You need to be there because our team is going to be verifying who has, who is in the Zoom and who is not, because we're gonna do the wheel of names. And this is going to be for all the people who register. So if you like collagen, you might as well get it for free. And so you need to be there. We're gonna be doing a really great call to promote our call, our, collagen, and you're gonna get to learn about, the science behind it. We use different, and I'll translate this, Alitza, but we use different types of ingredients, which some of them are ingredients that are actually having medical studies behind. They're ingredients that have been tested, that they have, results which can be measured in a way that we can actually not do a claim, but actually show it with the medical study. Because, we wanted to make sure that we use the best of the best. And you're going to be able to see, how is that taking you glow is going to help you with not only your skin, your gut health, your hair, your nails. Awesome. So thank you so much, Alitza. And thank you for the nice comments that it was a nice surprise. Yes, so now you have this tool to promote this event, because we never know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the loyalty points for this event, but we might do something else for any other event. And we want to make sure that whatever the surprise is, that you have a tool to promote going to a call, because it's not the same, to just get a person to just register for the sake of registering, because first of all, they're not gonna win anything if they're not at the event. But also, if people are able to attend events, that shows leadership for those who are partners, and those who are customers is huge, because you are not going to have to explain a product over and over and over. But if you have 5 customers, or if you have even prospects, we're going to do something special for prospects. And at the end of the call, we're going to have short business presentation. We're going to have something that is um, very short but sweet, and people are gonna be able to actually understand that, yes, this is an amazing product. It has all of the medical studies. It is proven that it does X, Y, and Z. I mean, we're confident because we're not just gonna come out with claims without medical backing. And people can learn how is that there's a business model attached to what we do. They don't have to stay, but you still can promote this event as a business presentation. You can promote this event as something that you are doing for people to actually not only understand about a product, but maybe a customer might be, you know what? I want to take Refine, for a discounted price. So if I go with, my sister, she needs it. So I'm just gonna just tell her about Refine, and I'm gonna get some points, so I'm gonna get it discounted, so it's gonna be good. So that's what I'm trying to say. I believe that these type of calls are huge for business, and whoever is not promoting, they probably don't have all the information, and they don't have, what I'm telling you right now in front of their eyes. And I'm probably going to create a video to explain this, because it's crucial that we use this type of tools, because this builds our business, and this is where we show leadership. So anyways, let me go ahead and get into our training. So are you guys ready? Type number 2 if you're ready to get into our training. And we're gonna just finish really strong with the power of edification. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, everyone. So there's one thing we spoke about last week, which is the edification side, triangle. Thank you, Alexa, Kathy, Renata. Thank you, Clara. Thank you so much, guys. There's one thing, Bellisa, thank you so much. There's one thing, like imagine there's a triangle, and there's credibility. We spoke about it, but I want to remind you because this is important. Credibility is on the one side, connection is on the bottom, and imagine leadership is on the, on this side. So the message is always at the top, and the triangle connects, your prospect, with either the opportunity or the product. And in between, there is a tool or an expert. So that's why, this thing is called a triangle. And the expert is your leadership. The connection is the connection that you have with them. So, and you're connecting them with something which could be, as I said, the product or the opportunity. So, uh, can somebody give me something here in the chat? You can type. Did you know about edification before? Did you know about this word? Did you learn it from any other trainer? You can just type, yes, I knew about this, and I knew like specifically about the edification triangle. Did you know this? Yes or no? Or you can put 4 for yes and 5 for no. No. Okay. Renata didn't know it. 4 for yes and 5 for no, or yes or no. Let me see who else did not know it or who else did know it. And okay, Maria knows it. Is anybody willing? I need 2 people, or at least one, that is willing to open up their microphone because we're gonna do a practical example. Let me see. Who wants to do that? Raise your hand or open up the microphone. You don't have to open up the camera at all. It's, let me see. Yes, who wants to participate? Nobody? I was gonna do a practical example of how the triangle works so you can understand it. Because there are some people here that don't understand that. If you don't want to participate, it's fine. I'm gonna tell you and explain you, and I'm gonna do it in a way that is easy to understand. So imagine that you are with somebody, maybe in a coffee shop or on a phone call, or you're on a Zoom, and you're with this person, and this person has actually they have questions. Have you ever seen that people, whenever you are talking about the product or even the opportunity, and they say that they need more information or they have questions? Just type here in the chat, yes, or, number 5. Type number 5 if somebody ever asks questions. Let me see. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So usually, we try to give as much information as we can, right? And I'm gonna give you a secret. That's probably when people ghost us. That's probably when people, I'm gonna just disclose it because we dissect, when we are, in trainings with different people, with Fraser Brooks or Eric Worre or any other training in the world, or when I'm with my mentor, Lisa, she always dissects the thing. And there's one thing, when a person wants more information, is because number one, they think the product is expensive, they don't have money, or they honestly want to know this question they ask. That is what it is. It's not like there's nothing else behind it. You always need to know that people ask questions to make sure that they're going to invest in their health and that it's going to work. Or, if they decide to become a partner and promote the products because they probably already take them, or they say, you know what, I'm just going to do business. They want to know that it works so they can put the money in it. They can just purchase the product so they can put their time, put their knowledge, put their trust, and put, her contacts or his contacts in the opportunity. So that's why they ask questions. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing. If you're doing things alone, if you don't use a tool, if you don't use a video, if you don't use, different, things, for building, your customer base, you must use, you must use tools. You must use videos. You must use there's many, many, many groups that we can all use. Okay. And when we use different tools or our sponsor, I'm going to tell you how I build. Honestly, like if I was to start from zero, even with the knowledge that I have, I always come together, either talk about the product when people just want to know about the product, and I always will involve somebody else or a tool, a video, or look at this, or look at that. But I do it in a way that it doesn't look like a presentation. That is the triangle. That is the triangle. The triangle is you stepping on a side, because I'm going to give you a secret. People trust in you. Those who meet you in person, or maybe they're online and they are familiar with you because they see your post, they see how you're amazing. They might be on a Zoom with you and they trust you. They trust you because you are a good person. They relate with you because they like you. That's the reason why they go on a coffee with you, or they go, they meet together with you, they come on a phone call or on a Zoom call. And once you're explaining all of these things, they're not going to matter. I'm going to be very honest with you. They want to know only one thing. Does it work? Does it work? Okay, let me see. Maria, you have, okay, perfect. Yes, you do have the translations, right? Translations are good. Can somebody say again here in the chat? All right. And what is the triangle? First of all, here's the prospect, here's you. This connection is trust. But I'm going to be very honest. Your friends and the people that are, even if they don't know you much, even if they admire you, maybe because you travel, because you post beautiful things, or maybe you just getting started, they trust you. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Most people, and this is the problem with edification. That's why I'm telling you that we need to understand this. Your children will love you just like any prospect, but they don't think that you're an expert. Nobody around you that is familiar with you, because this is the law of familiarity. You can go and study it. It's a social, fact that the law of familiarity, it creates the lack of respect that we have for something that we know that is there, is never going to leave, like our children, or like, our parents. When we were teenagers, and just tell me this, if you were a teenager and you knew that you knew everything, but your mom didn't know anything, or your dad, or, your guardians, or whoever that took care of you, just type here in the chat, me, or just six, if you knew it all when you were a teenager. Just type six here. Let me see. Yes, I was that way, and Maria was that way too. So it's the same thing with your prospects. They love you. They like you. But in the deep, deep down in their heart and their mind, yes, thank you, everybody. Alexa, Kathy, Kathleen, Andrea. Yes, in the bottom of their heart, they don't think that you can, for those in business, they don't think that you can actually travel the world. They don't think that you can actually have a real business. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just because they are so familiar to you, either online or offline, or they're your friend, or they are somebody that or maybe they meet you for the first time and they like you, but they don't know that you are a person that can actually lead them to make extra 100 euros, extra 500 euros. They don't know. They don't know. So what happens? This is what is powerful. First of all, you have, prospect, you have here, this is you. This connection is they like you. This is like the trust, that they have right here. However, the expertise, they don't know that you have the expertise. And even if you have the expertise, and this is what is tricky about whenever you hit a certain level of success, and this I understood by trial and error, by making a lot of mistakes, and then I came to learn it in different masterminds and with Bob Proctor and different mentors. The moment that you take your ego away, that's the moment when you start being, really, really, leaving an impact in this world. When you take out the ego and you say, you know what? I'm not going to be the message. I'm going to be the messenger. And how edification works and is beautiful is that even if you know the answer, whenever you are, here's the prospect, here's you, and in between, there's the connection, but the expertise needs to come from an outside source, not from you. If the expertise comes from you, let's be honest. Let's be honest. What will you think if you are outside of a bakery, a pekarna, or I don't know how you call it in Serbian or in Hungary, but you're outside of a bakery and you're taking your coffee. Let's say that you are having coffee with a friend and there's a bakery, and then you see the man that owns the bakery coming outside and just telling everybody, come, it's really good. It's the best bread. I mean, this is what you do for marketing to attract eyes, is good, okay? But would you really believe that this good bread? Will you really believe that? Just be honest. Just type here in the chat. In our heads, I'm gonna be very honest. For me, it's like, oh, he just wants to promote his business, and it's good. If I'm looking at him, I think he's cute and he's nice. But if I really don't want to eat bread, I'm just not gonna go in, right, Renata? We know this, and this is how people look at us whenever we are promoting Refine and Enhance in our feed, in on Facebook, with our friends, with everybody. Now, imagine you're in the same coffee shop and there's, the bakery, but outside of the bakery, there are two ladies that are eating the bread, and you see there is a croissant with chocolate, and they're enjoying the chocolate, and they're like, oh, this is so good. Oh, this is amazing. And then you look at them and you ask because it's attractive. So is it really good? Yeah, you have to try it. Would you try it? Is it natural? Does it look like if they're forcing you? No, it looks natural, right? Would you buy it? I'm gonna tell you very honestly, there's 50-50 chance that you will go inside of that store if there's people outside, or if there's a lot of people outside waiting to go in, or people just eating and they're enjoying, because it brings attention. Will you go in after you see somebody really enjoying the croissant with chocolate? And the answer is yes. So I want you to imagine this. The expert is not the owner of the company. It's not Dino, it's not Danny. That's not the expert. The expert is a tool. Yes, probably you see it. I just wanted to give you this example so you can understand how marketing really works, how network marketing works, because you can do ads, you can do all those things, I mean, I don't know, we don't teach that, and I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is that organic reach is the most powerful thing that you could have going on in your business. If somebody is the expert, it's going to be a tool, which could be a video, which could be testimonials of people. Because if you're in front of a prospect and they say, well, I don't know, I just want to know more, like going back to the question at the beginning, I want more information. And you say, well, yes, what type of information do you need? Well, I want to know if this could help me, with, my anxiety. And you can disclose, we don't treat, we don't cure, but and I don't know if it's going to help you, but I know. And then you pull out the tool. Look, let me show you a video. Oh, look at this. Look, let me show you Okay. Let me show you this. Let me show you that. Let me show you the other. Okay. And people are like, really? Is that true, Maria or Alitza or Andrea or, Sanela, is that true? I mean, who is this person? And you can tell them, this person is somebody from Hungary, or if you're in a group, or if you just screenshot it, you can tell them the story. And you are pointing out at the expert. The expert is the comments. Yes, psychology of masses. This is how you build a strong business, a strong foundation. You build it with edification. And that also goes for, whenever you're trying to build your business side. Now I'm going to talk about the business side of, just give me a second. Let me pull out something that I had here. There is a story. There's a story, and I'm pulling it out right here, of that I always like to tell. Whenever, and this is what I do whenever I train people that work with me, I have a PDF, and I'll share it with you if you're willing, or if you want me to give this to you. I give them, like, it's just one page. And what I do is I put their name, when they say I want to work, and I'm like, okay, so you want to work, but why? You need to take this, and you need to understand, the initial training, the first 48 hours are the most crucial ones. Whenever somebody has seen a presentation and they say I want to buy, or they say I want to start the business, you need to immediately meet with them and then go through the training. But that's another part. But this is the story that I wanted to tell you. I used to give the presentation and to give the information and to be not only everything, but I was like, because I didn't want them to go to my upline, because I didn't like my upline. I'm serious. I did not like him. He was crooked. But, I was like, no, I just don't want them to contact him. He's so crooked. I don't like him for whatever reason. The moment, and you don't have to use an upline that is not in good terms with you, that can happen as well. You can always respect them and heal and forgive if there's a tension, but you need to use a tool. I used to just give presentations or meet about the product, and it was about me, me, me. This is what I have done. This is what I have taught people, and I've made this much money. People get impressed whenever you make good money. But the moment you remove yourself from the me, and this is how incredible I am, and I found this product, and I like this product, and I think it's gonna work for you, it's just my show. But the moment I took myself from the equation, and I learned in a training, because this is what I had to do. I didn't know better. I learned it in a live training. I attended an event, and I saw how edification takes place, and I saw it role playing, on stage with one of my mentors, and I saw how she was talking to people as she was at the end of a presentation. I also saw it, with Lisa, one of my mentors. I also saw it with different people. And I watched closely, and then I applied. This is what I did. I took myself out of the situation, and I started promoting other people. And my friend, such and such and such, she is now, she's in Hungary. She's got, 17,000 people on her team. And, I'm not sure if she's available right now. I'm gonna text her and see if she can take a call. Maybe you can ask her more questions. I was edifying other people, even cross lines. I was doing that. I was edifying somebody. And then I was telling them, you have to meet this person. You have to come to the presentation. You have to come to one of the meetings. So I was always having a tool, either an event, either a presentation, either a person, an upline, a crossline, somebody. And it's so crucial that we understand that edifying is key, because I'm gonna repeat it again. This is you, this is a prospect, and in between there's some kind of trust. They like you, but they don't know if you can be an expert. They don't know if you're telling the truth. They don't know if you just want to make money out of, the drops. They don't know if you just want to sell them something. And this is, yes, what we're trying to do. We're not lying. We're in business. We provide something really good. Yes, we provide solutions, but we're in business and we need to do it with elegance. With elegance. And this is elegant. This is you, this is the prospect, this is the connection we have. But right here, we have the expert. Who is the expert? I was telling you different tools. Now, what happened when I started applying this and also training people that work with me? First of all, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. If you have a team, if you don't, you need to start from scratch and you need to build one by one different, a customer base and your leaders. You need to start with one until they're one-star partner. And if they're two-star partner, when they're three-star partner, that is when you tell them, look, I'm gonna go and find, I'm gonna be training some other people. I'm gonna always be here, but reach out when you need me. But I'm gonna be just I'm gonna go and do another run. I'm teaching other people, but I'm gonna be here. So that's how you duplicate, because if you're always there and if you're always depending on your sponsor, I mean, I'm not saying that you should not, now and then, ask questions, or, ask him to be on a call with you so you can talk to prospects, or, whatever. But if you're always dependent on your sponsor or on the person that is mentoring you, you have a big problem. You will not grow. What you need to do is what I did with my sponsor, and I also didn't like him, but I did this. Not because I didn't like him, but because I attended a training and then I saw that saying goodbye was the best thing that could happen to me. I told him, look, I went to this training from the company, was not from any other people. They brought in a trainer, they were doing good in network marketing. And they showed me that once I disconnected myself, like trying to be like the kid that I was always there and begging for this, and now help me with that, and now help me with this. Once I became independent, my business grew 10x. Like, it's not that I became the egotistical woman that didn't want to have anything to do with the sponsor, but then I knew that I did not need him so much. And then I grew, because then it was me teaching other people, not me learning, not me, hey, help me. And now this, and now that. And they just, sometimes it was about different things. And now the weather, and now how you're doing, now just these conversations that we have with people. And if you have conversations with people like that, you need to make sure that you can limit your time, because that's not going to serve you or them. You need to make sure that you talk business and you help them become independent, and then you go and find another class. So what happened is that I started to apply this triangle that I'm telling you about. And people, it's like a recipe. You want to be successful. I know that if I am meeting people every day, if I'm meeting 10 people, 7 people will sign up. I know it. I know it's a science. It's not that I'm so great, I'm incredible at talking. No, anybody can do it. Even if you are really bad at connecting with people, because it's a science. What I did, or what I do, is I sit down, we look at information, they ask questions, we sit down because we like each other. We say hello, how's the family, how's the things. We look at the information either for product or for the business, and we get down to the end. And this is one question that I ask, and I'm gonna tell you, you need to write it down too. This is the question I ask: what did you like about what you saw? I'm edifying the information. Oh, I like this, I like that, I like the other. If I start talking about what I like let's say that I like to make money, but the person, they just want the product, or they just want to help other people, we're talking two different languages. But if I ask, what did you like about what you heard, about what you saw, about what we spoke? Well, I like the fact that, I mean, I have headaches, so it's going to help me with that, but I also like money. So you need to focus on that. Or, let's say, well, I like the science behind it. I like how they created it liquid, and it's so interesting because I know that there's many products like that, but they're too expensive if you buy them separately and they're not combined. So just focus on that. Even if it's just science, focus on that. Even if you don't like the science of the product, focus on that because this is going to give you a result. This is the key to have 7 out of 10 joining your business. 7 out of 10. It's a rule. When you focus on what they like after you just finish talking about I'm sorry. English is just crossing the way with Spanish and other languages. I'm sorry. After you finish talking with them and ask them, okay, so you like this, that's the same reason why I like it. So how would you like to try the product? Would you like to start with 1 month, or would you like to just really give it a shot for the couple months? How would you like to try it? If it's for product, if it is for business, you ask, how would you like to get started? How would you like to get started? And then this opens up a lot of conversations. And usually when they say, well, I need more information, this is when the edification comes. If you know the answer, zip it up. Don't say it. Find a video, find a tool, find a brochure, find the website, find, your upline, the mentor that, or a cross line, somebody that is right there. I wouldn't advise that you use your mentor. Your mentor is for training, that what it is for. But if you use a tool, it is going to completely change your business. What I did is in how you sign up 7 out of 10. What about this? And you can tell them, look, even if you know, even if you have it right here, take the ego. Don't be the know-it-all. You're like, oh, that's a really good question. Let's find out. And in act as if you don't know and go into your computer or your phone. Okay, what about oh yes, look, this is what it says. Oh, look, this is a testimonial about a person, about, they really, really enjoyed using Refine for several months, and this is the results. And they're like, oh, okay, so it does work. Or you find somebody on the Facebook partners group, or you go to the Facebook, Instagram, I mean, Facebook, Instagram, into the Instagram page for partners, and you can get to see, look at these people that just travel to Venice or to, Mallorca or to, this, look, there are people that are already making money. There's, this guy, I'm going to show you this guy. He has like more than 20,000 people on his team. And he started 3 years ago and he lives in Serbia, or whoever you want to bring out. There's a lady in Hungary. She has this. You need to edify people. Now, I'm going to stop right there. You need to teach people to know how edify you as well. And some of you do it very beautifully. That people, when you congratulate somebody, then you also talk about the mentor, the sponsor, or the upline. This is beautiful because then people know, hey, I'm in good care. I'm in good hands. You need to take your ego aside and not think about what everybody is going to think about you for edifying you because you think that you're not worthy, that, oh, what are they going to think? They're going to think that I'm trying to look like if I'm the know-it-all, the fancy man, or the arrogant woman. No, no, take it out. This is business. This is a tool. It's not about you. So this is what I have done, guys. And if you ever bring somebody, this is how you teach your leaders. If you have a congratulations to somebody, make sure you include the sponsor and how they're helping this person. If honestly the sponsor is helping, if not the upline, and you edify people. And I've seen some posts, like today I saw some posts, like, some people in the Balkans advanced, and there was Sanela mentioned there and some other people, and that, this lady had won a prize in the event. So it was really beautiful. So you see, that's the proper way to do edification, because then people know that it works, and people know that they're in good hands with that leadership. So edification of yourself is crucial. Even if you don't think you can teach others to edify yourself, it's hard. If you're a very humble person, it's hard. It's necessary. They company, they sponsor edification of the product. You need to be able to edify the product. If you're selling refined, I mean, just give me an answer here in the chat. Are you going to be edifying or posting about, I don't know, like Ginkgo capsules that they sell in DM? Just common sense. No, the answer is no. Even if it's cheaper, if I am bought into the business, this is my business. I don't know for you, but I see it. Let's say that, like, I'm gonna step aside from being the owner, but whenever I'm promoting a product, let's say that I was just a distributor, this is where my kids eat from. And anything else that I promote, and I'm free to promote whatever I want. We're not a company that is watching you what you promote. But if you are promoting Refine, but then tomorrow you're going to promote, I don't know, like the Ginkgo capsules, people are gonna have like mixed feelings. They're gonna be like, is this person for real? You lose credibility if you don't do edification the proper way. If there's everything that you do in life, and if there's one thing that you do, is you edify people, you edify the product or a tool, and this is going to bring you success. I think I'm going to end up with this, and it's just great. It's just really, really good. There are some common mistakes that I want to tell you whenever you are edifying a person, especially before you make a call. Let's say that you are with a prospect, you are sitting down in a coffee shop. Hey, I'm gonna call my friend John, or my friend, Robert, or whoever. And he's our upline. He's really great. Let me call him. That is good. What is not good is you get on the phone, Robert answers, you say, hey, Robert, and you start edifying Robert. And you tell your friend, you know what? Robert has done this. He has traveled the world. He has done these things. And he is making this much. And he blah, 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 blah. That looks very fake. People don't like that. That's not going to serve you. It's not going to serve your prospect because it's gonna look fake. But if you give an honest edification before you call, or before you get on a Zoom call, or before the person comes and meet you, that's key. Another error or mistake is self-serving edification. So when you're just trying to um, edify yourself, edify what you do. And I've done this, and I've done that, and I've done the other thing. And if you've done those things, that's great, but then invite somebody else to say it about you. Invite another, even if it's one people in your team that is just happen to be there. Train people to always edify each other. Now, another way of making an error with edification is to manipulate, to just say, I like your purse, or I like this. People notice those things. People know when somebody's being very real and somebody's being honest. So that's how we want to build, because edification, and I'm gonna close with this, is this triangle. It's you as the prospect, I'm sorry. This is the gap, which is the connection, and this is you. And they like you. Otherwise, they wouldn't pay attention to you. Otherwise, they would not have reached out to you. Otherwise, they would not have agreed to answer the phone call. They would not have agreed to meet you at a coffee shop, or to come together in a city. If you both live afar, they will have not said yes. So that's not a question. But what is a question is you being an expert. That is a question. They don't know. And that's completely fine. That is perfect, because you need an outside source so you can edify with testimonials, with what they're saying on the page, or on your groups, or in the Facebook group, or with somebody that is sitting right next to and saying, it has helped me with this. That is a tool. A tool is the trip. Even if there's nobody else around you, if you went on one of our trips, that is a tool. That is a tool. You say, this business works. Let me show you. I have been able to help my parents, or help, you know, my kids. Or if you're single, I have been able to actually do these things, all of my goals. And you're not edifying yourself and looking selfish, but you are actually showing people what is possible. And I've traveled here, I've traveled there, but you're not saying it with a voice of envy, or not envy, but bragging. That's okay. That's perfect. So that is the power of education. There's a triangle where the expert talks directly to give the validation that the prospect needs. So are there any questions? i'm gonna I'm gonna see. Are there any questions? Let's see, let's see. Anybody? Any comments? Any good things? Let me see. No comments? Everything good? Well, it was a really good training. Thank you so much, Renata. So no comments. We're gonna be meeting tomorrow, so make sure that you have as much people register. We are going to be having announcements, even for those of you who are in Serbia or Macedonia, where collagen is not gonna be available. It's gonna be a very good educational, educational video, not video, Zoom call is gonna be great. But I'm gonna invite you to do one thing. If you live in a market where either Vita C or any of the creams, or even collagen is will not be available, because of registrations and things like that, I believe that you should always think like an entrepreneur, not like, well, I don't have this, I can't promote because it's not on my market. You should think, who do I know? You need to make a list of all the people who are living in the European Union, who are not in Serbia or Macedonia, and you're gonna write them down. Oh, who do I know that lives here, 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 here? Oh, I'm gonna invite them. I never thought about it, because you need to start where you can work. And if this call, is limiting you because you don't live in Croatia, or Italy, or any of the European Union, or anywhere else, I think that you need to think in terms, who can you meet? Even if you don't know anybody, just make a list. Who do they know? Like, my aunt lives in Rome. Okay, so I'm gonna call my aunt and tell her, hey, I'm opening market. This is how I build my business. Every time I call somebody else to give me contacts, and they don't feel like if they're being prospected, and that's cool, but they end up doing the business. Sometimes I call one of my aunts, and she was not in the business with me just a few years back. I call her. I told her, hey, and I am going to be in Guadalajara, which is a city in Mexico, and I want to know if you could help me just get some names. I'm opening up a market. I'm opening up, the city. There is this company I'm working with, and I'm trying to put the word out there. And I wonder if you know anybody that might need this product. And then I gave the product description, or that might need an opportunity to make extra income promoting this product. She's like, let me think. Um, Call me tonight, and then I'll give you a couple names because I'm at work. So then, the next time I call her, she's like, yes, I know who's going to be really good at that. This. And I have a couple friends that might need your product. This. So what I did is I told her, why don't we do this? I will get there a few hours, or like usually I went a day before. I'm gonna get there this day. Can we meet with them just to have coffee? And yeah, for sure. After we met, with some of her contacts, not a lot of people, just to be honest, she saw the potential. She told me, Danny, I would like to travel the world like you. Can I be the one that introduces these people that are interested? Yeah, I told her, like, absolutely. Just go ahead. This is how you can join. How would you like to get started now that and that is how I started different markets. Now you don't have to go to Italy or Rome or Slovenia to build your business. But if you have family in a market, you call them and tell them your vision. You know what? I'm opening up a market. We have beautiful stories from blah, 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 blah. And you just edify the stories and tell them, this is my vision and I want to help more people. But at the same time, I will appreciate it if you could help me build my business. People will be open up to that. And they'll be like, oh, okay. So I have names. And eventually, not all of them, but some of them end up doing business with you. So I'm going to leave you with this. Tomorrow, we're going to be having a call at 8 p.m. Central European Time. There will be a surprise for those who registered, who are customers or who are partners if you attend. Plus the prizes we're going to have a giveaway. And not only that, and if you have prospects, your prospects are going to get a surprise from us as well for attending. Don't just tell people go register and they're going to give away something. No, people must attend to be able to claim their prize and the surprise that we might have for them. So if there's nothing else, I'm going to leave you with this. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Let me leave you the link here in the chat so you can actually, well, I'm going to leave it. Yes, I'm going to leave it inside of our WhatsApp group so you can go ahead and give it to people. And that's going to be really good. So thank you for being here and we'll see you tomorrow. Come with a friend, come with, and I'm going to tell you one thing, have faith, have hope. Our company is New Hope because that's how we wanted to call it. Have hope. If you are in any other country where you can still get Vita C or, any of the other products, maybe you have Enhance, but you're in Macedonia and you don't have Enhance and you don't have the rest, have faith. Build with faith, build with hope. Be there, even if you can't purchase it. And think in the future, how can I get people to try it that are not in my home country? But you will acquire knowledge for when the product is available in your home country, and you'll be ahead. You can still invite people to tell them, look, we don't have this, but this is what is coming. And anytime, any moment, we might get it approved and we might have it in our country. This is how you need to think. You need to think about like a business owner, like if you own this business, like if it's yours, not like if, oh, I'll just work it whenever it's available. And, the last thing, this is a business presentation. Bring not only customers or prospects to customers, but also invite those people who you think that this is the final push for them to become involved. Because, me and Dina are going to give a small presentation. We're going to have a call, an hour call. We promise that we're not going to go more than an hour. So you need to be there from the beginning because we're going to have the special call and the special information at the beginning of the call. We're going to have some surprises and an announcement in the middle of the call, and then we're going to have our business presentation, and at the end we're going to be doing giveaways. So thank you so much for being here. We'll see you soon. Register, get all of your leaders to register. One idea to have 100 people from your team is just go with 10 people. If you don't have 10 people in your team, don't worry, this is just numbers. Go to 10 people and tell them, hey, let's go on a challenge and let's try to get 5 customers and 5 prospects for customers and 5 prospects for business. Let's do it. If you have 10 and you have 110 people from your team. Yes. And imagine if we give loyalty points when your team gets there. So you're going to have happy people, happy customers, and your business is going to bloom. So I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you for being here. Everybody's amazing in this call. Congratulations for all of the uplines who are, getting people rank advanced. You guys rock. We'll see you tomorrow and, have a good night.